Good afternoon, one and all. Today we are going to discuss about the classification of substations. What is meant by substations and what is the location of a substation and what is the site selection for that substations and how many types of substations are there and what is the 33 by 11 kV substations. Okay, that all will be discussed in the present class. Okay, first of all, what is meant by substation? Okay, it is the assemble of operators used to change the some characteristics. Okay, substation means we are consisting of a more number of operators. Okay, that means the bundle number of operators. Okay, assemble number of operators used to change the some characteristics. That is example voltage. Okay, we will convert step up or step down the voltages or AC to DC conversion and frequency conversions and power factors. Okay, we are converting the AC to DC voltage or step up or step down the voltage levels or converting the frequency ranges and power factors. Okay, that all will be converted by using the various operators. Okay, that is called as the substation. Why? Because we are constructing the substation means that the generating stations is very far away to the load centers. Okay, in between the generating station to the load centers, okay, we are using the substations. Okay, after the substations, okay, after that substations, we are using the distribution systems. Okay, by using that distribution systems, okay, distribute the power from the substation to the load centers. Okay, that distribution systems we will be explained, we already discussed in the previous classes. Okay, that is AC distribution system and DC distribution system. Okay, that is the distribution system. Okay, that will be connected from the substation to the load centers. Okay, before going to the distribution system, okay, we will study about the substations. Okay, we will study about the substations. Okay, what is meant by substation? It is a combination of various operators, okay, that will be used to change their characteristics. Okay, understand ma? కొన్ని ఆపరేటర్స్ ని మనం ఒక వేరియస్ ఆపరేటర్స్ ని కలెక్ట్ చేసుకొని ఎయిదర్ వోల్టేజ్ ని స్టెప్ అప్ చేయడానికి కానీ లేదా ఏసీని డీసీకి కన్వర్ట్ చేయడం కోసం కానీ లేదా ఫ్రీక్వెన్సీని చేంజ్ చేయడం కోసం కానీ లేదా పవర్ ఫ్యాక్టర్స్ ని చేంజ్ చేయడం కోసం కానీ నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ ఎక్విప్మెంట్స్ ని కలెక్ట్ చేసి ఒక ప్లేస్ లో మనం టుగెదర్ గా కలెక్ట్ చేసి ప్లేస్ చేసేదాన్నే సబ్ స్టేషన్ అంటున్నాం. ఓకే, ఆ సబ్ స్టేషన్ లో మనం ఏం చేస్తున్నాం, స్టెప్ అప్ కానీ స్టెప్ డౌన్ కానీ వోల్టేజ్ లెవెల్స్ ని చేయొచ్చు, అలాగే ఏసీ నుంచి డీసీకి అయినా కన్వర్ట్ చేయొచ్చు, అలాగే ఫ్రీక్వెన్సీనైనా మనం చేంజ్ చేయొచ్చు, అలాగే పవర్ ఫ్యాక్టర్ అయినా మనం చేంజ్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. ఓకే, ఇట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ యాజ్ ద సబ్స్టేషన్. నెక్స్ట్, బిఫోర్ గోయింగ్ టు ద substation classification, first of all, we know the how we will select the site for that substation. Okay, how we select the site? Okay, that is, it should be located at the center of the gravity of the load. Okay, that means the substation is located at the center of the load. Okay, why? Because means, okay, if you are using the distribution system from the substation to the load center, okay, the distance between the substation to the load center is far away, then we are increasing the various losses. Okay, that's why for the reduction of that losses, okay, understand, for the reduction of that losses, we are using the substations, okay, that will be near to the load centers. Okay, that will be located near to the load centers. Okay, it should be easily operate and maintained. Okay, it should be easily operate and maintained. Okay, it should be provide safe and reliable arrangement. Okay, by using this substation, okay, we can safe and reliable operation is obtained. Okay, it should be involve minimum capacity. Okay, it should be involve minimum capital cost. Okay, minimum capital cost. That means, okay, while selecting the site for that substation, okay, we will observe the capital cost also. Why? Because means we are reducing the cost for the substations. Okay, we are reducing the installation cost for that substation. Okay, these are the various characteristics that will be followed for the selection of a substation. Okay, substation అంటే ఏంటి? వోల్టేజ్ ని స్టెప్ అప్ చేయడానికి కానీ స్టెప్ డౌన్ చేయడానికి కానీ లేదా ఏసీని డీసీగా కన్వర్ట్ చేయడం కోసం కానీ లేదా ఫ్రీక్వెన్సీని కన్వర్ట్ చేయడం కోసం కానీ లేదా పవర్ ఫ్యాక్టర్ ని చేంజ్ చేయడం కోసం కానీ మన వేరియస్ ఎక్విప్మెంట్స్ ని ఒక అసెంబుల్ గా క్రియేట్ చేసి ప్లేస్ చేసేదాన్ని మనం సబ్స్టేషన్ అంటున్నాం. ఓకే, ఆ సబ్స్టేషన్ ని డిజైన్ చేయడానికి మన సైట్ ని డిజైన్ చేయడానికి ఏమేం ఫ్యాక్టర్స్ ని ఫాలో చేయాలి అంటే లోడ్ సెంటర్స్ కి నియర్ గా ఉండాలి. ఎందుకు అంటే మనకి డిస్ట్రిబ్యూషన్ చేసేటప్పుడు లాసెస్ అనేవి ఇంక్రీజ్ అవ్వకుండా కంట్రోల్ చేయడం కోసం ఇట్ షుడ్ బి లొకేటెడ్ నియర్ టు ద లోడ్ సెంటర్స్ అండ్ ఇట్ షుడ్ బి ఈజీలీ ఆపరేటెడ్ అండ్ మెయింటైన్డ్. ఓకే, ఈజీగా ఆపరేషన్ చేసేటట్టు మెయింటైన్ చేసేటట్టు ఉండాలి ఆ సైట్ అనేది. నెక్స్ట్ అది అలాగే రిలయబుల్ గా ఉండాలి, సేఫ్ గా ఉండాలి అండ్ కాస్ట్ పర్పస్ గా తీసుకున్నా కూడా మనకి అది రీజనబుల్ కాస్ట్ లో మనకి ఆ సైట్ అనేది సెలెక్ట్ చేసుకోవాలి. ఓకే, దీస్ ఆర్ ద వేరియస్ పాయింట్స్ ఫర్ కన్సిడరింగ్ ద సెలెక్షన్ ఆఫ్ ఏ సైట్. ఓకే, నెక్స్ట్ కమింగ్ టు ద క్లాసిఫికేషన్ ఆఫ్ ఏ సబ్స్టేషన్. Okay, how many types of classifications are there means, okay, depending upon the service requirements we are having the so many classifications are there, and depending upon the constructional features we are having the so many classifications are there. Okay, first one is the depending upon the service requirements. Okay, according to the service requirement how many types of substations are there. Okay, basically according to the service requirements, the substations are classified into transformer substations, okay, switching substations, power factor substations, frequency substations, converting substations, and industrial substations. Okay, according to the service, okay, these substations are classified like this. Okay, in that first one is the transformer substations. Okay, what is meant by transformer substations? Okay, these are used to change the voltage levels of supply. Okay, okay, by using this transformer we can step up or step down the voltage levels. Okay, this is the main advantage of this transformer substation. Okay, next coming to the switching substation, they simply perform the switching operations of power lines. Okay, it will be used only for the on and off purpose of the power lines. Okay, ఆన్ ఆఫ్ పవర్ లైన్స్ చేయడం కోసం మాత్రమే స్విచ్చింగ్ సబ్స్టేషన్స్ అనే వాటిని మనం యూజ్ చేసుకుంటున్నాం. ఓకే, నెక్స్ట్ కమింగ్ టు ద పవర్ ఫ్యాక్టర్ సబ్స్టేషన్స్. Okay, they improve the power factor of the system by using the synchronous condensers. Okay, by using these synchronous condensers we can improve the power factors. Why? Because we are using the synchronous condenser means the maximum loads are the leading loads. Okay, that leading loads is compensated by using the shunt capacitors or the synchronous condensers. Okay, by adding the lagging loads. Okay, that is the main advantage of your power factor substations. Okay, by using these power factor substations, okay, improve the power factors. Okay, we can improve the power factors or decrease the power factors. Next, frequency substations. Okay, this type of substations are used to change the input frequency. Okay, this type of substations are used to change the input frequency. Okay, next coming to the converting substations. Okay, these substations which changes an AC power to DC. Convert means we are converting the AC to DC or DC to AC. Okay, next one is the industrial substations. Okay, next one is the industrial substations. Okay, those substations which supplies the power to the industries. Okay, this type of substations are used to supply the power for industries. And in commercial areas also we are using the substations. Okay, by using that substations only we give the power for that commercial areas. And and for large hospital areas we are using the another substations for giving the power to that only hospital areas. Okay, that are the various types of a substations according to the service requirements. Okay, understand ma? Next, coming to the transformer substations. Okay, these transformer substations are four types. That is step up substation. Okay, in this step up substation, we can increase the voltage levels. Next, primary grid substations. This voltage levels is stepped down to 66 kilovolts from 220 kilovolts. Okay, by using these primary grid substations, we can step down the voltage that is up to 66 kilovolts from 220 kilovolts. Like secondary substations, the voltage level is further stepped down to 11 kilovolts. Okay, first of all, primary grid substations use చేసుకొని 66 kilovolts వరకు మనం స్టెప్ డౌన్ చేసుకుంటున్నాము. ఎక్కడి నుంచి 220 kilovolts నుంచి. అలాగే సెకండరీ సబ్స్టేషన్స్ ని యూజ్ చేసుకొని ఈ 66 kilovolts ని 11 kilovolts వరకు స్టెప్ డౌన్ చేసుకుంటాం. Okay, next one is the distribution substations. Okay, the electrical power from 11 kV lines is delivered to the distribution substations. Okay, in that distribution substations we are using the 11 kilovolt lines. Okay, we are using the 11 kilovolt lines. Okay, these are generally located near to the consumers. Okay, these are generally located near to the consumers. Okay, next coming to the according to the constructional features. Okay, according to the constructional features, how many substations are there? Okay, according to the construction, okay, the substations are classified as, according to the construction, the substations are classified as, first one is indoor substation, second one is outdoor substation, third one is underground substation, fourth one is pole mounted substation. Okay, according to the constructional features, according to the constructional features, the substations are classified into indoor substations, outdoor substations, underground substations, and pole mounted substation and pole mounted substations. Okay, first coming to the indoor substations. Okay, first coming to the indoor substations. Okay, these substations can be installed for voltages up to 11 kilovolts. Okay, these substations can be installed for voltages up to 11 kilovolts. Up to 11 kilovolts, we are using the indoor substations. Okay, next coming to the outdoor substations for voltage beyond 66 kilovolts. Okay, outdoor substations we are using the beyond 66 kilovolts. Okay, indoor means we are constructing the one room. Okay, in that room we are designing all the equipments for changing the characteristics. Okay, in the indoor only. Okay, that's why this type of substations will be suitable only for up to 11 kilovolts. Okay, next coming to the outdoor substations. Okay, these types of substations is used for the voltages beyond 66 kilovolts. Okay, these types of substations will be placed up to 66 kilovolts for the outdoors. Okay, for the outdoors. Okay, next coming to the underground substations. Okay, how we will why we are designing underground substation means that in thickly populated areas, okay, in the thickly populated areas the space available is less. Okay, so we are installing these underground substations. Okay, where the place requirement is very less or very costly. Okay, in this situation we are using the underground substation. Okay, in this situation substation, we are using the underground substation. Okay, next coming to the pole mounted substation. Okay, pole mounted substation. Okay, this type of substation, this is an outdoor substation. Okay, we are constructing the pole. Okay, in that pole we are designing the substation. Okay, in that pole we are designing the substation. Okay, this type of substation is also known as the outdoor substation. Okay, all the equipments are installed in that pole only. Okay, in that pole only. Okay, this pole mounted substation has 4-pole structure and H pole. Okay, this will be designed in the shape of a H pole or the 4-pole structure. Okay, in the shape of a H pole or the 4-pole structure. Okay, this is the constructional diagram or the schematic view of a 4-pole or a H pole mounted substation. Okay, this is the 4 legs. Okay, these are the 2 legs. Okay, that will be seen. Okay, in that we are using the transformers and circuit breakers and isolating switches and lightning arresters. Okay, that all the equipments will be placed in this pole. Okay, in this pole only we are designing the substation. Okay, this is the single line diagram for this pole mounted substation. Okay, this is the transformers and these are the fuses and these are the lightning arresters. Okay, this is the incoming line, that is the 400 volts, and this is the operating handy. Okay, we are using the 4 poles. Okay, in that 4 poles we are designing the substation and all the equipments will be placed on this pole only. And this is the single line diagram for the pole mounted substation, and this is the single line diagram for the pole mounted substation. Next, coming to the underground substation. Okay, next coming to the underground substation. While designing a underground substation, okay, while designing the underground substation, okay, we are following the some basic points. That is the size of substation should be minimum. Underground means the in depth of the ground we are designing the one substation. At this substation we are mounting all the equipments. Okay, therefore the size of that substation is to be minimum. Okay, there should be reasonable access for both the equipments and there should be provision for emergency lights and protection against the fire. Okay, if any faults are obtained in this underground substation, that identification is also difficult. Okay, for that reason, okay, we are using, we are giving the high protection schemes for that underground substations. Okay, this should be good ventilation. Okay, while designing this type of underground substations, okay, we are giving the good ventilation. Next, the transformers, switches, fuses should be air cooled. Okay, the transformers, switches, fuses should be air cooled to avoid the bringing oil into the premises. Okay, by leakage of that oil we are obtaining the some sparks. Okay, due to that sparks, okay, this is the underground substation, means all the equipments will be very near to each other, then the faults is quickly obtained. Okay, that's why we are using the fuses, switches and transformers are should be air cooled, should be air cooled. Okay, to avoid the oil into the permissions. Okay, next one is the symbols for the various equipments used in the substations. Okay, we are using the different types of substational equipments. Okay, that will be used in the substations. Okay, first one is the bus bar. Okay, bus bar. Okay, by using this bus bar we distribute the power. Okay, this is the bundle number of conductors. Bus bar means bundle number of conductors. Okay, this is the symbol for that bus bar, single line symbol. And single breaker isolating switch. Okay, this is the single breaker isolating switch, on and off positions, and double breaker isolating switch. Okay, this is the symbol for that double breaker isolating switch. And this is the on-loading isolating switch, on-loading isolating switch. And this is the isolating switch with earth blade. Okay, that's why we are connecting to the earth. Next, current transformer. Okay, this is the single line symbol for that current transformer CT, and this is the potential transformer. Okay, this is the symbol for that potential transformer, that is PT. Next, the capacitive voltage transformer. Okay, this is the capacitive voltage transformer symbol. And this is the oil circuit breaker, and this is the air blast or the air breaker circuit breaker, and this is the air blast circuit breaker. This is air brake circuit breaker, and this is the air blast circuit breaker. Next, this is the lightning arrestor. Okay, it is the symbol for that lightning arresters. And this is the active gap lightning arrestor, and this is the valve type lightning arrestor. Okay, this is the valve type lightning arrestors. Okay, these are the various symbols, okay, that will be used in the substations. Okay, these are the various symbols that will be used in the substations. And this is the diagram, single line diagram for a 33 by 11 kilovolt substation. Okay, this is the 33 kV incoming line. Okay, this is the 33 kV line. Okay, that will be given to this bus bar, and this is the various input lines are the, these are the various power transformers, circuit breakers, relays, switches, and this will be given to that bus bar. Okay, that will be 11 kilovolts bus bar. Okay, and these are the various outgoing lines. Okay, the output for that outgoing lines are the 11 kilovolts. Okay, the input for that 11 kilovolts is the 33 kilovolts. Okay, this is the symbol for that isolators, and this is the symbol for the ISO with earth switches, and this is the symbol for circuit breakers, and this is the symbol for CTs, and this is the symbol for lightning arresters and potential transformers. Okay, this is the